guys, Shalee from Aussies for Yang here. This is my third attempt at this video because my cat has knocked over my camera, you naughty cat. Alright, so this video is all about BernieBros. And BernieBros stooping to new lows in the last 48 hours. Before I do, I just want to quickly acknowledge that today is the 11th of September, and it's been 18 years since the September 11 attacks on the Twin Towers. And I just want to reach out to all of the people in America who are watching this, who are, not feeling too great today. It was an absolute tragedy. I remember very clearly where I was when it happened. And I hope that you all have loved ones and that you're all reminded the importance of family and love. And yeah, so I just wanted to acknowledge that. But BernieBros, you're hitting new lows, guys. I have three clear examples in the last 48 hours of where Bernie supporters have either actively smeared Andrew Yang's ideas, blatantly told lies to the public, and where they have intentionally gained or manipulated results. So the first one is that a Yang Gang member received a message from the text campaigning Bernie Sanders campaign. And he messaged back and said, "Oh, look, I'm actually a member of the Yang Gang. I'm firmly set on Andrew Yang, so thanks but no thanks." And then they responded, "Oh, well, just be aware that Andrew Yang's freedom dividend cuts food stamps and social security." No. Here's the thing. It is opt-in. Opt-in. You have a choice. You can either have food stamps or you can have freedom dividend. You can pick, right? It is not you must get rid of food stamps and take freedom dividend. You get to pick. Now, it's pretty tiring hearing people say, "Oh, those terrible poor people, what are they going to do without their food stamps? Like, he's cutting their services. It's so mean and cruel." And it's like he's giving them empowerment through cash. Have you ever looked at what is included on SNAP? The food SNAP, food stamps. Do you know what's included? Low-fat milk, cereal, some canned vegetables, eggs, nothing. Like, it's so limited in what is allowed. And that's pretty humiliating. Like, actually put yourself in someone's shoes and being on SNAP food stamps and you have one or two things in your thing that's not covered and you've got no money. And then that cashier has to go, "Oh, I'm sorry, they're not covered." And then you have to rework out your budget and retry and figure things out, get stressed, hold up the line. People now are hating on you. Like, it's a hot mess disaster. I can tell you now, poor people would prefer to empower themselves and do what is best for them. Who are we as non-poor people to tell poor people how they should spend their money? Do you actually think that you're better than them, BernieBros? Do you actually think you're better than poor people? No, that's not cool. Also, the social security thing, stop scaring the oldies. They get both. It's the best deal for them. Number two is that an article came out, I think it was on the Daily Beast or something, some very leaning place, that was, "Andrew Yang is not the face of the Democratic Party, he's the future of the Republican Party." And he just went on to smear Andrew Yang, to do the whole fear-mongering side of things. Like, they call Andrew Yang a doomsdayer. They should go talk to this guy. What a doomsdayer. He goes on and on and on about hot garbage, makes crap up, and then it's none of that was true. You get to the bottom, "Oh, this was written by such and such, and he is a supporter of Bernie Sanders." Oh, there we go. That makes sense why this whole thing is full of lies, full of garbage, no facts, no data. Sorry, math is all about facts and data. That's what we're all about. You ain't flipping any of us back to Bernie if you're going to use scare hyperbole instead of facts and data. We like facts and data. So that happened, and Andrew Yang called it out on Twitter. And I was like, you go, Andrew, about time. Like, you get tired of all these smears. Andrew Yang is like golden, and he just takes the high road with everything. But I'm very glad that he said that it was a mischaracterization. Very, very glad. So there was that. That's number 2. Number 3 is happening right now. So we beat Trump in a poll. It was like the first time that they actually they put Yang against Trump in one of these polls. And he was the second best candidate in the whole lot that they asked. And he won by 8 points. And he was only 1 point off being the top candidate with Joe Biden. And so there was a lot of like trending with Yang beats Trump, and a lot of hype and a lot of excitement. So naturally, a few Trump voters came on and said, oh, well, let's do a Twitter poll, Trump versus Yang, let's prove this once and for all. And so off we went, answered our, well, we're clearly Yang gang stuff. And then, get this. So we get to like, there's only 2 hours left, and I can see that someone who supports Bernie, because someone who I follow commented on someone who has like a decent following and was like, BernieBros, we need to get on this Yang versus Trump poll, and we need to vote Trump to make Yang look bad. So that's like the level that BernieBros are at now, that they're willing to go around to polls and intentionally vote for Trump so as to not make it look bad for Andrew Yang. Instead of actually doing work for their own candidate and all of that kind of stuff, like going out and getting people on board with his ideas and loving his ideas, they constantly feel the need to dismiss and attack our candidate. And it's like, come on, Elizabeth Warren is the one who's climbing the most. She's the one who's pulling the progressive vote, and you have we're not going to touch her? Really? Really? Like the one who says they're grassroots, and then, oh, look at that, got $12 million from big money donors like a month before the campaign started. So it's like she had a $12 million platform to do a grassroots campaign. Why aren't you going after that? That's much more like, you know, you're a bandwagon. Or better yet, have a candidate who has good ideas that resonate with people. Okay? It's not that hard. Give it a go. Like, we don't need to do this. I'm not going around on Twitter, you know, smearing Bernie Sanders and making up garbage about him, or intentionally voting for Trump in polls that put Sanders against Trump. Like, I think everyone in the Yang gang acknowledges that Bernie is a great dude who was instrumental, and without Bernie, Yang probably wouldn't like be running. And he has built a road. You know, Bernie's got all these ideas on the table that were so like, oh, there's no way, that's so progressive. And now it's almost seen as normal. So yeah, we can acknowledge that Bernie has done great stuff, but we think it's Yang's time. And we're going to keep supporting it being Yang's time. So improve your own base. Stop being sooky and bitchy and mean and nasty, and just go and support your candidate and get out on the street and walk the walk, you know? That's what I love about Yang Gang. I'm just going to like buff Yang Gang up for a sec. I love that Yang Gang walks the walk. We are humanity first. And because of that, we embody everything that Yang is trying to build and create for the future. So that's what I have to say on that. Do better. Think harder. You know, we want to make America think harder. Come on, guys, just think harder. It's not, you don't need to do this. Like, but it'll be interesting to see whether Bernie and Yang clash at the debate. That will be very interesting. And you know what? If Yang doesn't get it and Bernie does, then I'm just going to say it's a bummer. I'm a bit sad, but congratulations, Bernie. I hope that the BernieBros have the humanity to do the same. All right, guys, that's it from me. I'm off to go on a podcast, and I will let you know how it all goes, and I will see you all tomorrow. See ya.